We are going to begin in our butterfly pose, 3 inhale, exhales. Inhale up, arms come above your head. Exhale and arms fold down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last time, up and down. From there, we're going to stretch forward as far as we can, still in our butterfly pose. We're going to inhale, bring those arms up. Exhale, pull those arms through the body, stretch forward. Inhale up. Exhale, pull through and stretch. Really think about keeping those knees down, flat back. Inhale up, relax. Move into easy pose. We will take our right arm underneath our right leg, pull your head to the left, sit up tall to really feel that stretch within your arm and your neck. Relax. And pull again. Release. And take your left arm underneath your left leg, sit up tall and pull your head to the right. Once again, feel the stretch through your upper arm and through the side of your neck. Release. And we'll take our right arm up, left arm underneath, and we're going to really reach in the middle of our back to clasp our hands together. If you cannot, that is all right. Just reach to the middle of your back. We are really working that shoulder mobility and flexibility right now. And we're going to switch. We're going to pull the left arm above, right arm below. Try to reach that middle of the back. Clasp your hands if you can. Release. And we're going to move into the half Lord of Fishes pose. Pull your right knee up. Pull your left arm across, back arm as close as you can to your back so we can really stretch that spine. And release. Pull your left knee up, right arm across, back arm close, and really twist that spine, make sure you're looking behind you. You will repeat this on both sides. Moving on to the straddle position. Place your hands behind your head, elbows out, and we're going to drive that right elbow as far as we can to the ground. Your focus is to keep your chest open. We are going to release and turn our torso to our right leg and stretch. Make sure we're thinking about our breathing as we're sitting there and stretching. And release. Hands back behind the head and drive that left elbow as far as we can to the ground, keeping that chest open. You may keep your feet relaxed, or if you like to point or flex them, that is your choice. And release, turning the torso to that left leg. Think about your breathing. And release from that position. We're going to sit up tall. We're going to stretch forward as far as we can. Think about pulling that belly button to the floor instead of your chest. Really focus on flattening your back, and we're still focusing on our breathing. And you can inhale in, and as you exhale out, stretch even further. We are going to release and pull both your legs in together. Moving into seated head to knee pose. We're going to take that right leg in, pull that foot into your left inner thigh, and stretch over. And release. Right leg out. We're going to pull that left leg in. Repeat the same process for seated head to knee pose and stretch over. And release. Both legs come out. Raise your arms up, inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to go into a seated forward bend. And inhale up. Exhale down. To best achieve this pose, make sure you lengthen your spine from your neck down to your hips. You want to keep your neck in a neutral position. Inhale up, exhale, relax. Moving into a staff pose, we're going to push all the way back into child. With body folded and resting on thighs, your arms are reaching forward and wider than your shoulder width. We are going to shift into an extended puppy pose. Think about making that spine long, elbows off the mat, and keeping that belly pulled in tight. Shift back into child pose. Keeping those elbows off the mat, place your forehead on the mat as well. Do not put pressure there. Keep those shoulders lifted. Do not let them sink. Inhale for cat. Exhale into cow. And resume into a tabletop. Keep those muscles pulled in tight. Pull those abdominal muscles inward. Moving into sunbird, lift your right leg and left arm. Pull the abs and ribs inward. Focus to the floor. We're going to inhale, squeeze in, exhale out. And as we inhale, make sure you're really contracting those abs and back out, in, and out, back to sunbird. We're going to resume to a tabletop, and we're going to lift our right leg for a tiger pose. And your focus is forward. Back to tabletop, we're going to tuck our toes, and we're going to root our heels into the floor for a downward dog. Keeping those hips squared, right arms underneath in a line. We're up on those muscles in. Make sure our hips are squared. Our shoulders, elbows, and wrists are in line. Our knee is in line through our shin all the way to our ankle. If you have the flexibility range, you'd like to go down to lizard pose. You're going to drop down to your elbows. We are going to come back up to our hands, and we're going to lift our right arm up into the air. We're looking up at the hand for a twisting lunge. Pull that right arm back down to the floor. We're going to drop that back knee, and we're going to shift back. We're really going to stretch that right hamstring. We are going to shift forward into a pyramid pose, up on both feet. Your toes are pointing forward. We are going to step in and we're going to inhale, upward salute. Exhale, grab your hands and crescent stretch to the left and to the right. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, prayer hands, and all the way down into a forward fold. Place your hands on the mat, bend your knees, step back 1 foot at a time into a plank position, and as we lower to staff, lower slowly to the ground, squeezing those arms in, and we're going to push back into child pose. We are going to repeat the same sequence we just did, but on the left side. And puppy pose. Back to child. Keep those elbows off the mat. And we're going to inhale for cat, roll through, and exhale for cow. Resume to tabletop. And we're sunbird. Pulling those ribs and abs in, your arms in line with your spine, focus to the floor. Inhale, exhale. Contract those abs as we pull it in and back out. Resume to tabletop. We're going to go into tiger pose. Our left leg goes up, focus is forward. Think about pulling those ribs in, arms are in line, hips are squared. Bring that leg down, back to tabletop, tuck your toes, and downward dog. Root those heels to the floor. Step that left leg through into a lunge, stay up on your hands, or you have the mobility range, go down to your elbows for lizard. Make sure you have a line through your ankle, through the shin to the knee. Back up to your hands and twisting lunge, open that chest to your left knee. We're looking up at the hand. Bring that arm back down, drop that back knee, and shift back for a hamstring stretch in your left leg. Shift forward into pyramid, up on both feet, toes facing forward. Step that back foot in, inhale, upward salute. Grab your hands, exhale. Make sure as we pull to the sides, we're not leaning back or forward. Pull that body straight to the side. Inhale and exhale, prayer hands all the way down into a forward fold. Place hands on the mat. Step a foot back at a time into a plank and slowly lower into staff, keeping those arms in. Push back into child. You may repeat this sequence twice on each side. Shift forward into extended puppy pose. Remember, pull that belly in tight, elbows off the ground. Shift back into child. From here, we're going to move on to the second sequence. We're going to inhale for a cat pose, and as we exhale, we're going to roll all the way down to staff. We're going to tuck our toes and move our way into a caterpillar pose, or also known as an 8-limbed pose. Toes, knees, chest, and chin are all on the mat. We are going to untuck our toes and lower ourselves back to the mat. Extend your arms out, and we're going to do a half locust variation. Right leg and left arm are lifted, and we're going to lower back down. Opposite side, lift, and down. We are going to do a different locust variation, most commonly known as a Superman. We're going to do it 3 times. We're going to inhale and exhale down. Inhale and exhale. We are lifting our chest and our legs off the ground. Good. Pull those arms in, lift for a baby cobra. Inhale. You'll use shallow breathing at this moment. Your hips stay on the floor, arms slightly bent, chest stays lifted. Make sure you're still breathing. As we lower to the ground, you're going to exhale and push back into child. You may repeat sequence number 2 up to 3 times. Extended puppy. Back to child. Moving into sequence number 3, we're going to inhale cat, exhale, roll your body all the way out to staff. We're going to move into upward facing dog. You can either tuck your toes or keep your feet flat. Use your arms to push off the mat. Your hips are elevated off the floor. We are going to twist our right hip to the mat and back, and then to the left and back. Slowly lower yourself back to staff pose. We are going to bring that left arm out, placing the forearm down firmly, right leg back, and we're going to reach around with that right arm, and you can grab it by your entire foot or your toes, and we're going to pull it inward. If it hurts your knee, release on the tension. We are going to repeat on the other side. Right arm on the mat, left leg up, and pull that leg in. And release half frog pose. Moving into bow pose. Both legs are coming off the floor. You're going to reach around and grab by your toes, your ankles, or even lower down the shins. Depends on your flexibility range. And we're going to inhale up and exhale 3 times. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. We're really using that chest and those legs to pull it up to the ceiling. And exhale down and release. Tuck your toes, and we're going to push back into downward dog. Root those heels into the floor. We're going to step both feet inward, and we're going to inhale, upward salute, exhale, grab, and crest it to the left and to the right. Inhale, upward salute, exhale, prayer hands, all the way down for forward fold. Place hands on the mat, step back 1 foot at a time for plank, and slowly lower yourself for staff. Push back into child. You may repeat sequence number 3 up to 3 times. Moving into cool down, we're going to shift all the way back into what we call a hero pose. And we're going to do 3 inhales in, exhales, inhale, exhale. Last one, inhale, exhale. We are going to take our right arm and thread it underneath ourselves to place our right shoulder on the mat. Our left arm is placed on our back. Just stretching our shoulders. Release, and we're going to switch our arms. Right arm on the back, thread that left one through underneath, left shoulder on the floor, and resting in child's pose sideways. And release, and we're going to move down to the mat on our back for corpse pose. Take your arms out to T position. We're going to lift our left leg and pull it across our body. You should feel this pulling in your spine. As we're laying here, just relax and focus on your breathing. Pull that left leg in, right leg up, pull across. Right leg back in, and we're going to pull that left leg into our chest. Arms are going to wrap around. Release, and right leg in, also to your chest, wrap your arms around. Pull that left leg in next to your right, bear hugging both legs. You can also do happy baby instead of knees to chest if you prefer. Gently draw in the knees closer to your armpits. This provides a gentle stretch to the hips, inner groin, and lower back. Release from happy baby pose into corpse. We're going to do 3 inhale holds and count down exhales. Inhale in, hold it. And exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale in, hold that, fill those lungs. And exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Inhale, fill your chest up. And exhale.